G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. It's an early morning here, the sun's about to peep over the top, so the birds are probably going to go wild in a second. Well, there's been a bit of news overnight, and when I say news, I mean news. Apparently Harry Kane has spoken. According to Dan Fitzpatrick, Harry Kane says that if he's lining up against Brentford, then he isn't moving anywhere, and he's open to signing a new contract if things go well under Ange Postecoglou. I suppose you could interpret this many ways. Is Harry putting pressure on Bayern Munich to up the price, or is he putting pressure on Tottenham to back Ange a bit and get some personnel in so he can challenge for glory? I like to think it's the latter. I don't have a problem with what he's saying there, and at least it's something being said by someone loosely related with Tottenham, because our lords and masters up in the big leather chair room and marble palisades are saying nothing. So time will tell. I think Harry Kane's staying myself. I think it'd be madness to sell him. He's our best player, and you know, hopefully those rumours, according to Fabrizio Romano, that Tapsoba and Van der Ven is still on the cards. I mean, talk about play your hand a bit late though. God, dear oh dear. That could still happen, and if it happens, then we're having a good season. Now, I've been worried in recent times about where are the new supporters from Tottenham going to come from? The youth, as Janet Street Porter would say, youth. And because there's a bit of a three-pronged attack on new supporters at the moment coming into the club. One is, we haven't won anything for any amount of time, so if you're a little kid with football dreams, you know, you've just woken up to the reality of the football world and you want to pick a team, why would you pick Tottenham Hotspur unless your parents are in there or it's a family thing or friends? There's no real reason for you to do so. The other thing is ticket prices. Ticket prices mean that people are being priced out. You know, kids even growing up in the local area have not been able to go to games for years at Tottenham, at White Hart Lane. There they are, living on the doorstep of this mysterious palace of dreams, where even on a quiet night they could probably even hear the squeak of Beyonce's groin move as she's twerking about the stage, but they can't go. And you know, football clubs historically have born out of community, out of local people getting involved in the club, and that seems to be a thing on the wane. And to exacerbate this, the third prong of the tri-prong attack is the outrageous increase in ticket prices, which was done a bit on the sly, bit of a, you could almost say, con job, because the club made a big hoo-ha about season ticket prices remaining static for a year, and it was only after membership applications, and a lot of people, I believe, have memberships because it gives you a priority on the match day ticket list, were bamboozled when, after the memberships were applied for, Tottenham come out on a Friday evening after everyone's come home from the pub and no one's watching the news, no announcement, no nothing, just squeakily, you know, let it be known that prices were going up 10, 15, 20% in some places, which is outrageous. So even mums and dads that want to take their kids, that used to be able to go, there's a point now where a lot of people can't even take their kids. So lack of trophies, already expensive prices pricing out kids, and now the prices have gone up, and more people are being priced out, which is a shame. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, because to get the kids back into the club, Tottenham have announced they're having a partnership with Paramount for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. So you got pictures of all these turtles wearing Spurs clobber. That's going to get the kids right back into football. That's what football's all about. Silly cartoons. That's what I fell in love with Tottenham Hotspur about. It wasn't Steve Archibald or Steve Perryman or Glenn Oddle or Ozzy Ardiles or Graham Roberts or Ray Clements or Miola Alexic. It wasn't any of these players. It was the fact that probably, even though I can't even remember it, there was probably a cartoon on the TV, and I don't know what it might have been back then. Scooby-Doo, Captain Caveman, something like that, and they were wearing Spurs tops, but it's been erased from my memory. But I'm sure that's the real reason I became a Spurs fan. Now, there's obvious jokes to be made about, oh, these our new centre-backs, but I can't be arsed making those. I don't even know the names of the turtles. Was it Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, Antonio Conte? I don't know. I never watched it. It's beyond my years of being a susceptible kid watching any old crap on the TV. That was. So yeah, it looks like our PR department, under the stalwart stewardship, as I nearly fall over, of Donna Cullen, is on it. We'll get the kids back. We'll get them. Oh, mummy, can I have the same shirt that the turtle wore? Not that Harry Kane wore, that the turtle wore. Ah, well, what can you do, eh? It's a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times. Now, on the ticket prices, it looks like peace and love, man. Peace and love, man, is breaking out all over the place among Spurs fans, which is nice to see, actually. It looks like the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, the THST, is organising a protest at the Man United home game, first home game of the season. And the straw that broke the camel's back of the Supporters Trust, usually humble and meek and mild-mannered a lot of the times, haven't been too controversial. They did send the Spurs powers that be a bit of a rebuke last year when the transfer window it was this year, wasn't it? The January transfer window was seeming to be a bit stally, a bit run out of petrol, running on vapours, and of course Tottenham gave them a cookie cutter. Who are you? Who are you to question us? We're Tottenham Hotspur. We own the club, not you, the fans. Get down. But the ticket prices, ticket price increases, have stirred the THST into more action, and it looks like them and a lot of the ENIC out people are kind of going to join forces. And you know what? I'm all for a bit of people power to the people. Give the game back to the people who bloody invented it. The game of football that was banned, tried to be banned by kings and queens, if you know your history. Give it back to us. But in reality, I don't know if I'm hopeful that this will achieve anything. I think the main thing it will achieve is to bring fans back together, and that's a good thing. So it's worth doing purely for that, in my book. But will it get the desired result of getting the club to back down on ticket prices, or maybe, you know, the longer term objective of some supporters, which is a change of ownership? I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if games are being sold out. I suspect they might be. If games are being sold out already, then you know, just because you can't afford it, unfortunately someone else can. And it doesn't matter if the money's coming from you or it's coming from someone else. It's the same money when it goes into the bank account. It doesn't have your name written on it. So I think it will be. I don't think they will reverse that, but it will send a message. It will send a message to the hierarchy, and it make them a little less comfortable. And I think that's not a bad thing either, to make them squirm a bit for the rubbish that they've been doing to our club. I don't think it will get them out, because, you know, there's proposals for that big office block or affordable housing that they're putting up next to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and I don't reckon they're going to be going anywhere until that gets all done and through and flogged off, at least. And we're probably going to end up paying for that. They're probably getting a mortgage out for the fans, and, you know, it's like a Ponzi scheme, isn't it? The stadium is here to ensure our future. The future is rosy. Da 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 da. Then, well, if we do this office block, then I can guarantee you that everything will be rosy. And then the office, the apartment block, Then what's next then? But this time if we just build this shopping centre full of shops like Kane and Ineos and all our partners of stuff that working class people don't even dream of it, because it's a load of old tat, overpriced tat, then that will be the time we go back to the future. We're set up for the future. So I don't know, but you fans uniting can't be a bad thing, can it? We all want the same thing at the end of the day. We all want success for Tottenham Hotspur, the mighty Lily Whites, the greatest team the world has ever seen. And I applaud them for doing so. And hopefully, you know, friendships will be made, hands will be shaken, and we will be together as one group, and peace will prevail. Now, Brian Hill's had an injury. He's having some surgery. Wish the lad well. I don't know if he features in our plans or not, but whatever his ailment is, I'm hoping he has a nice, speedy recovery. I thought when he was walking into the training ground, he looked a bit bigger. I don't know if he was wearing like a t-shirt with maybe some fans under it to you know, inflate it a bit, but he did look a bit bigger. It looked a bit bulkier around the shoulders. So you know, who knows what the future for Brian Hill is. And on a side note, I had a really nice dream last night. When you get to my age, it's full of nightmares and scary monsters. But last night I dreamt I had a very nice, I attended a very nice event. It was to show the 1982 FA Cup final replay. There's a bit of a catering cock-up with the cake for some reason. No dream can be perfect, but what made it look good was I was sitting on the same table as Ozzy Ardiles and Terry Venables, and it was a joy, and it was a very good event. And I'm telling you, I saw the thing I think this triggered me off was last night I watched a quick clip. I'll put the link in the description below. I think it was 1991C is the channel, and it was about a 7-minute video about Tottenham's preparations for the 1967 FA Cup final, and I found it to be very interesting. Their training methods, the personalities involved, the humbleness of the whole thing. And there's a few good words from old Bill Nicholson, who doesn't pull punches, when he was comparing his 1967 team to his 1961 team. So I'll put the link down there below. And I did watch the 82 FA Cup final replay not so long ago, and you know what, it's obviously overshadowed by our triumph, our mighty triumph in 91. Villa, still Ricky Villa. But I found the 82 final replay to be very entertaining as well. It seems to have the reputation of not being very good, or the football wasn't very good, but I found it to be very, very exciting. So if you can see a bit of a replay of that, or maybe grab the highlights, well worth a watch, folks. So in short, Kane's staying, prices are being protested, peace is breaking out, and we've got Shakhtar still, and I'm still looking forward to it, because this is where the journey, the Ange Postecoglou choo-choo, woo-woo, destination glory, it all continues apace. So until next time, folks, peace and love, man, and come on you Spurs.